Right guys, so we have got mega grass burn. I can't even remember the last time we had rain. So what I'm doing is moving the vehicles. Yeah, moving the vehicles because look, there's a heap of good grass under here. We've still got hay for him, so he's fine. But obviously fresh grass is what he wants. And we'll do the same with the caravan. I'll lift it as well. That's a really good idea. Yeah. So here we are again at one of our most favourite places. Most years up here with David for his birthday. This is like a week afterwards. We tend to have a birthday week for the kids rather than a birthday as such. Down there is looking good for the campfires, people. And it might look a little bit dull, it's a little bit rainy, but it's absolutely fantastic because the wind keeps the midges away, which is a nightmare at this time of year. This is a bit as late in the year as we come up into the highland areas, for example, just because of the midges. We tend to be more kind of down on the beaches, away down there at this time of year, but this is where David wanted to come, so here we are. And as you've seen from Herbie's field, burnt to a crisp, this is where our drinking water comes from in our town. And over there, look, 6 feet maybe, easy. Times the volume of that, oh my goodness, it's a lot of water. So you're just starting to hear some of those, like that trickle flows down there coming in now, and hopefully the barn that actually feeds this place is actually filling it up now. But this is us up here for our wild camp, look. One day we'll have to take the canoe out so we can go and fish properly, but usually along the edge here is really good, along the wall. So we'll give that a good crack in, but we're going to get all set up. David's got his buddy with him, and we'll get going, eh? I'm going to try just sleeping in a poncho. That's my thing. I'll try my best, guys. Do something a little different. Right, so David, and why are you trying to find a nice spot for your tent?
So the tent floor doesn't rip.
So it doesn't rip.
And also so we don't have an uncomfortable sleep.
Yeah.
So see if I set it up right here, then like your chest would be sitting in this small hole.
Exactly. So
on the tent floor, or you're sleeping not to get ripped by that.
So David is on patrol just to find a really good spot. It's well worth it, guys. And what David always does, guys, is set up first. And that means that you can get themselves all organised and sorted out. So if it does start raining or the midges do come, you've got a place you can hide. But at the minute, obviously, look, this stuff's just all lying around.
This is called the inner tent.
This is the inner tent.
And it's just a mesh fly net.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a mesh fly net. And then after, we'll just put the fly net, the waterproof cover on. Easy
as that, eh? Really is very simple, but do it properly though, son. Anything can happen. And normally what we try to do is you have your head at the highest point. So when you pitch your tent is maybe have it on a slight slope if there is a slope.
I need a rock.
And that just keeps all the stomach acid in your belly. Hey, and not in your throat. Yeah, and this used to be the slipway. We'd come down here in boats. All this used to be clear. Come up here and have picnics and all that sort of stuff. But the road's all kind of blocked off to anything but walkers or cyclists really now. But yeah, look how low it is. Man alive. I didn't take the fly rod this time because I know it's it's quite windy. The wind could drop later on tonight and the fish could start rising and so on. But according to the weather, it's just going to be windy. So I'm not really fussed about that. The fish here take the spinners really well anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so this area here is the overflow. And this overflows down back into the burn that actually feeds this loch like that. And wait to see this overflow section here, like, down it goes. It hasn't overflowed for a while. Look at that. Absolutely not. I'll take the kids further down there later with you. But it sticks. This is the thing. David and I cleaned this place last time. And flipping heck, it is still clean. So I'm going to have to really go on the search for some proper wood. Yeah, so some proper, really decent wood. And at this time of year, I don't really mind burning wood that's a bit more moist because it makes the fire really smoky and it keeps the midges and the insects at bay. But I think we'll be absolutely fine. I think I'll just search around. And as I always say, when you get this pile of wood for your fire and you think that'll be enough, triple it. There's always more, especially when it's windy and the fire's getting a good feed of air, We actually have a lovely silver camping trolley now, for all this stuff. But because David's got his mate with him, I thought I'd just take the old one so we can stack stuff up. But see, the trolley is just so much easier. That's heavy. As one person could carry that, one person carry that. But when you've got the trolley, it's just fantastic. So the name of this game is always about weight. Now, I know we've got a lot of canned stuff there. We are going to do the boil in the bag stuff. But since I've got this trolley, we can do that, can't we? But it's all about weight, isn't it? And basically, guys, just having what you need, that's it. But you still need backup stuff like clothes and stuff like that, you know? But we'll explain all that. David's just going to put out the guy wires here, aren't you, son? Yeah, so cool bag stuff, we've just switched now to a very small cool bag, which is absolutely great. Still need to get that out of the sun though. I've also got these flask bottles with water and milk for the coffees, for me obviously. Plus, you know, good drinks and stuff like that. But I think what I'll do is I'm going to put these two down into the water in the shade and leave them in there to keep them cool. Because they're not going to fit in there, but I think that's a pretty good idea. Now, this, believe it or not, guys, is the list of things that we actually have with us just now. That's a whole page of A4. And of course, in my bags, David's bag's the same. We have pockets for different areas, different things that we have, so we can find things in the middle of the night. So basically at the bottom, we've got our spare like trainers and all our spare clothes, t-shirts and all those sorts of different things. Then I've got my blow-up bed, and then I've got my sleeping bag, and the cool bag goes up on top like that. And then all the other stuff like toiletries and torches and all sorts of different things go in all the pockets. And generally you have your own way of doing it, you know, it's up to anyone what they want to do. But the idea is to just have as little weight as possible. So although there's backup trainers, they're very light trainers. Whoops, eh? They're very, very light trainers, you know. And same a lot of the other stuff, still very light, you know, tin openers, things like that, really, really light. It just saves a lot of weight. David's using this technique. Look, it comes with this sleeping mat, doesn't it, Sammy Boy?
Yeah, you blow into a bag.
You blow into it, you just got this, look. Look at this, eh, guys? David's one. So look, we're getting really set up. We're normally actually quite untidy when we camp. We're going to be tidy this time. We're getting all the food inside and get everything tidied and stowed away for a change, eh, son? Instead of just being messy. Messy, Lionel Messi. Look at that.
5.4 R value.
Wow.
So if I wanted to, I could just sleep on the ground.
Cool. Yeah, and of course the fishing. So of course great for David, you know, because there's not big fish. We might catch something decent, but generally we don't catch big fish. So, you know, having these rods gives him a good fight, you know what I mean? And he can still practice using the drag and all that sort of stuff, you know, really good fun for him. So it is really well worth getting organised first. Maybe it takes about an hour, you know, get up here, get everything set up properly, but it really is well worth it. I'll maybe have to tie this thing a bit tighter later on. I think we're okay. I think I'll be really good. But I can't handle it any longer, guys. I've got to go fishing. I've got to get one of the lines in. You are not catching when you're sitting on the bank. Line's got to be in the water, son. Not so great for filming, guys, but the wind is tremendous for us, actually. You'll see Dav's, he's got his all set up, I've got mine. So we're just going to throw in, see what we can get. Just get in early for maybe like an hour or so and just see what's happening. Right, so guys, we're heading down the gorge, and it is a little bit over the top. We've just made our phone call to Mum, just to let her know what time we're going down the gorge, what time we're coming back up. You never assume. Because basically, if you can look over there, that's a sheer cliff face right there. It's sheer that goes all the way down to what you're listening to just now. But what we're doing is going to go this way, along here and down the path that I've been using since I was a kid. So it's a trail that few people know but us guys. Look, but you can just see it going down like that. All that is cliff edge over there. You go this way, this is the safe way. And as you can see, it just goes down. They're nice and safe. Well guys, we're already seeing, look at the ripples moving out there and over there. And I saw the silver side of a fish just there. I've got a feeling it actually saw me and went that way. There he goes again. But where we want to go is that way, up to the gorge, the big hole. So the last little bit is just down this bit, guys. So just take our time. There we are, look. Have a look at that now. We're down. And as you can see, look, it's obviously overflowed at some point, but not just now, which means there should be some fishes. Because I can't see anyone's been down here. There's no sign that people have been down here at all. Here, we're just getting set up. Hold on, son. We've seen a couple of fish jump already, but as you can see, there is no way out of this at all. So there are fish in there. So what Dave's going to do is cast up towards the waterfalls where they hung around.
Wait, there's a waterfall?
Yeah, you hear it?
Yeah, but I can't see it. I want to see it.
Oh, no, just stay until we get this fish. Here he goes again, son. Throw it in, son. Let it sink a little bit and then bring it in. Let it sink. Slow, slow. If there's any fish in here. You feel something?
Yeah.
You got it. That's it. Just get them. Just your first cast. Go for it. And David! Yay! Well done, son!
Yo!
Swing it around. That is wicked. Well done.
Don't touch it yet. Okay.
That is wicked. I'm sorry, chat. You know something? You'll probably catch this same guy again
Yeah.
in about 10 minutes because they forget. We put him back.
Yeah. Goodbye, sir.
I
Aww.
love his fish. Go for it, buddy. Okay.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, so a pool this size is going to take a little bit of time to recover because of that little fight. So we're so quieting down again, just let David start working the depths again. Oh, I think he's caught the side there of you, son. Snagged. Tighten up a bit more. And here he goes again. Oh, it's a little one. It's a little Jerry this time.
It looks like the same fish.
It's no, it's tiny. Look at him.
Yeah, this one's really small.
It's just tiny. Look at him.
Same type of fish, but it's tiny.
There we go. Another one. Just still not big enough to eat yet.
No.
I would like a little bit. If we could eat that, but I want it a little bit longer than that.
This is us camping on my annual birthday camp at Electric, and we're currently in the gorge, and we're trying to catch a fish down in here, but we're trying to fish around there, but we can't get to it, so Dad's doing a bit of rock climbing to get around. And we did just catch a fish. I think it was a rainbow trout, but we have caught 4 brown trout and 1 rainbow trout. Fish on! Oh, rainbow! Alright guys, we have caught another fish.
It's quite crazy.
And this one we will be keeping and we will be eating it.
Where'd it go?
It's in the water. See guys, it is right in the water right there. Oh, it might be.
Which one? The rainbow trout or one of our brown trout?
Brown trout.
Yeah.
There he is, guys. So this one we will be cooking for our dinner tonight.
Let's go.
Well, that wasn't bad. Missed a few, pretty little bit. I really thought we'd get a big one out of there, but if there was, we would have got him. There's no question about
At
it.
least we got a decently large size
Yeah,
one.
we've got one about a pound, so it's a kind of what I'd call a legal size. So I think we'll take that back just for a wee cook. So guys, I mean, look at that. You see the ripples? We'll try. You don't seem over interested in the spinner, do you?
Nah.
So they've moved away from us. Son? Just a little. I knew they were.
Yeah, we've just caught ourselves a wee tiny fish.
Look at him, he's probably not even on, Luke.
Oh, he's barely on.
There we go, chap. Oh, he's nicer though. Oh. Just a little guy.
Little Jerry.
There you go.
We call the little ones Jerry.
I reckon he's okay. Come on, buddy. Yes, we've got that little one there. David's just going to take over. He can't sit there. That's perfect, son. Get the rod tip down. Oh, you got one. Yay! Oh, he's away. He's a bit bigger. It's not much, but bigger. Just a light toss. We're up on a ledge, you see. He'll be absolutely fine. He's a wee cracker. He'll be fine. He'll probably grab that spinner again in about 5 seconds. It was just to see if there's anything big in there, but I highly doubt it. highly, highly, highly doubt it. It's just too small. Yeah, so Dav's just trying this last wee bit. I just slipped in the water and got both my feet in this time. I would stay there though, son, yeah, because it's very slippy. Just when I try to get back up there, never mind. That's the rain coming down, so it's great. Up at, you know, because for Herbie's field, but look, I'm absolutely fine under here. But that's going to start really coming down. But I'll give the guys a wee break. Yeah, I might have to switch the design a wee bit down to there. We're getting the wind and the rain coming on this side here. Thought it would be okay like that. That's okay. Not fussed, not fussed. Just untie that, put it down there, and put that one up there. Yeah, I think so. Look at that, it's really coming down, and I need this for Herbie's field. And we need it for drinking water. Look at that. It's definitely like 6 feet down like it used than it was. But we'll get fishing in there too. You'll see if there's anything sort of mulling around. But I got both feet in the water. Both. So I'm going to dry them out in the wind under here while I pull out my spare set. Yeah, never mind looking at my scabby looking feet. Great one. This is David's old one that he's actually given to me. I'm going to get a British Army Bergen. But it's a great idea. Look, I've actually got a bit at the bottom where you can open it up. And here I've got my sack, look, full of clothes and trainers and all sorts of stuff. Thermals, the whole lot. So even though I'm soaked, not for long. Yeah, no, I was starting to feel a little bit iffy about it. And I know you can see the stuff coming back through again. Look how dark that is. So I just spoke to one of my mates, you know, the night in the River Tay with, the expert fisherman, absolutely. And he said he wouldn't risk it, wouldn't risk eating it. So that's a shame, but hey, there's no point, is there? The ones, hopefully if we catch a couple tonight, I'll show you how clean they are out of here because they're absolutely beautiful. But sorry, chap, you're going to be food for the seagulls tonight, buddy. And young Davs is going to get us all sorted out. I need some coffee. Quite literally, the wind's dropped, the rain stopped. And it's absolutely lovely. And this is what we are wanting for Herbie's field, to get the grass back as quickly as possible. But wood, I mean, we stripped this place, you know that? All this sort of dead wood that was lying around, it was really dried out. So I think I'm going to have to go further afield into here while they're doing that and try and get us some logs for the fire for later. So look, old man's beard, look, plenty of it. That's still a live branch, as you can see. These are quite live, but see this one's here, for example. They're not great at all. These are just dying, like, snap, see? Snap. But see all this old man's beard, this stuff here, this is it. Big wad full of that, and that starts a fire, all right, let me tell you. But just in case, we've still got the WD-40, of course. But yeah, there's not a lot of wood lying around, and it's surprising how much you need. I brought a ton of kindling, but kindling's not the problem, it's bigger stuff. I'm just having a little look around while David's cooking my food. No, it's a turnstile for jumping over, but look at this. Look at all this here. That might be quite good. Look, that's all dead down there as well. It just shows you there's not a lot, is there? But look in here. Look at this place. Isn't it lovely? Hopefully once you see as we come through, it's just this lovely grass. It's like a greenhouse under here actually. But look, how beautiful. This is just off the beaten track. We tried to stay up over there because you'll see it's still even a bit boggy in here because the sun doesn't really get to it. So I don't want to camp inside this area here. That wouldn't be good, especially with the midges. So actually being out in the open and having a bit of wind is actually really good. I'm kind of feeling them crawling on my face just now, actually. So, yeah, I've seen some good bits down there. Is that all you're having, Sandy?
No, I need my meatballs, but that's fine.
Meatballs are going in as well. Well, I don't know. I didn't even notice this on the way up. I don't know what's happened here. Look at this. It's been a little while anyway, because it's all dry, look. Should I just drag all this up, eh? What do you think? Here, superb. Look, there's stuff there. And it's all over the road as well. I don't know what's happened there. Maybe somebody did do that for a campfire. Starting to spot the rain again, but that's not really going to affect this because it's already dry. Look at it inside. Absolutely fantastic. And here's what comes the rain. That's big style this time. David's just halfway through cooking as well, but they've got their ponchos on. It should be okay. It should just pass. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it's going to be a summer shower sort of thing, as we'd call it. Look. Oh yeah, this will be doing Herbie's grass. Superb. So what we're doing just now is I've just got my stuff on cooking. You'll see, look at the water. Look how it's just absolutely, the wind's dropped. Now the flies and the midges are out. We'll put on our nets very shortly. But when that happens, we just start walking around. You know, you just eat and walk at the same time. And that works. I think we'll just stick with that, guys. And I'll tell you something. Actually, with that, I'm probably hungry within an hour or two, actually. So it might look like a lot and look really good, but it's not much. We're really going to have to go for the boil in the bag. We really do. Look at David and, like, what a place to sit and have your supper, eh? Just fantastic. Hopefully we'll get a couple tonight. Maybe we'll see some fish fries, and it's very quiet. Well, David and Xander are up over the wall there. They're going to get soaked. It's the rain coming on again, but it should just pass. And we've got the rod back out again. And we'll see if we can just head over on the wall and see what we can find. Almost over. That's the sun coming out now, so it should just pass. Yeah, just to save getting absolutely soaked on my legs and things like that. But yeah, you know, as a fisher, you know, the fisherman, you just can't help it. You can't sit around. You've got to try. And I've never caught anything like big along here or anything like that. But you always think, you know, maybe just this time there's a fish just on patrol or mulling around at night, you know, and stuff like that. You never really might just get that big, decent fish, but we'll just have to wait and see. But this is why we use these little rods for the guys, you know, like David and Emily and, you know, whoever comes along with us. Because when you do catch a smaller fish, you know, you get a really good fight out of it because it's such a small little rod. But if you've got the big ones in that, you know, it's just, you know, it's just a fish, really. But of course, you kind of see David's face and, you know, they just absolutely love it. That's it dropping now. Yeah, fly fishing would have been no good at all. It's just the wind's blowing right off, look. Lads are okay what they're doing though. I'm glad we went down the gorge first because it's not always a guaranteed fish here. Look at David's doing, look guys.
So basically, since this is not really a dead tree, it's still got some life in it. It doesn't snap off easy. So I just twist it off.
Look at that.
Ends like that.
Oh yeah, and throw them on.
I'll just go up in seconds.
Yeah, we've got so little, I mean little wind. It's a wee bit of a struggle with the campfire tonight. I have to keep blowing and blowing and blowing to keep it going, but it's still lovely and hot. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's just too, see what I mean, like, just really struggling. Well, David's making the best of it, guys, aren't you, son? Yeah. Just keeps tending the fire. He knows, you see, just tends the fire, eh, sonny boy? Just keep tending it and tending it. Just don't really have much a breath of wind now to, you know, burn this sort of more wetter stuff. But just keep going, eh, son? So somehow, son, the fire continues. Oh, son, watch. Just watch, don't pull it out of the fire. Yeah, and of course, this is the point where we can actually get our socks dried and our trainers dried, which is awesome. It happens in no time, actually. You know, it does happen in no time if you have it close to the fire, eh, instead of being way up there. So we are going for it, guys. Look. Seems to be okay. We're able to get out the fire with the exposed bits. I think we're getting it, son. Look at it. He's not giving up on it, people.
The fire was literally no flames anymore.
Yeah.
And we've kind of just resurrected it.
And look at that now tonight, like. Fish are rising everywhere and they will not take, there's one right there in the middle, just will not take the lures at all. Just absolutely won't take them, but hey, we've had a good day. Yeah, David seems to attract the midges. I don't know why, but it's amazing he's kept this fire going. I thought it was going to be dead like an hour ago, but he's just kept at it. But no,
kept at it for like an hour and a half, maybe.
See if I'd taken the fly rod. Oh, never mind. Remember that for next time. That's really annoying. Because look at them rising over there. Usually it's a little red nymph or something, and because there's a reasonable fish out there. I saw him, he was like £1.5 or £2. It's just quite good for up here. That would have been nice. We'll listen to that tonight. Don't think I'll be able to hear David and Xander, but like, this is me underneath, like. Should be okay. Should be okay. Might get a wee bit damp. We should be okay under this. I just prefer it. I have to say, I must admit, I really do prefer this, just being out in the open and just feeling the breeze. It's great. Wild, guys, wild. We took a big beating last night. Look at this. Oh. Ah, Scotland! Hey, freedom and all that. Oh, it's Scottish today, look at that. Scottish. David's on it, Poncho's working well, isn't it, son?
Yeah.
No problem with Davs. Looking good. Ladder park tested out as well, so we're just getting through the sausages now. So that's David on the last bit of bacon, you guys.
Yeah.
Well done, my boy. It's wild out in the water, Luke. Really wild round there, but we've kind of got a little bit of shade here from the wind. Wee bit. So big tidy up as per usual, guys. So the last little check in, guys, checking about just for rubbish, and obviously because it's been windy, it's very, very easy for your own rubbish, like a crisp bucket, just to take off, you know. So for a 5 minutes, hey boys, 5 minutes, just have a look around. Now I think I'm going to leave this branches and all that under there for next time. They'll be dried out, but look, David's socks. Just shows you, just a little thing, look. And there's the rip off of our biscuits. So I've got that too. Fire's fine, it's okay. Is that a drone I'm hearing? Never.
Here they go! My boys are home! You have fun?
Yeah.
Look at this. He's happy to see us. Yeah, so it's us back and just the aftermath to deal with. And look at that, the end of David's birthday week, and they come in perfect timing.
Yeah.
Matching the bike as well, look. They are awesome. And you feel the protection in that. They're not really for walking around and comfortable, but they are comfy on the bike. I know it's only been like a night, but I miss him. He's my pal, look at this. Look at him back.
I'm gonna get stepped on at this point.
Good boy.
You're not that strong, honey.
Just itchy, itchy, itchy. Look, he's still going. Yeah, you've always got to be cautious of horses, Ames. Got to be cautious. I mean, he still weighs half a ton. He's a big animal. Can be unpredictable at times.
Thank you, Herbie.
But look at that. And this is what I'm always looking for. See the belly when it... Oh, sorry, guys. When it comes out past its hips like that. It's fine. Because obviously in the video I was showing you guys how low the reservoir was. And this is what I was worried about. Look at the grass coming back here already. Wow. Can't be that. And the funny thing was, you know, I always worry about my coat off. And of course, guys, you would have seen in this video the weather that we just went through up at Lanarkshire. And he's 100 times tougher than I am.
But if you're in a green car, they're probably bred to withstand things anyway.
But below 5 degrees, guys, you know. And if it's got an easterly wind or a northerly wind, it's quite cold. But the wind's coming from the west, which is usually quite nice, and the same as the south. So it should be fine tonight. Hey, boy. And you could just hide in the stable that you never use that I built for you, sort of.